What's up? What's up? Uh, gonna go over my week 8 matchup against Josh. Our second time playing. If you didn't see the video the first time, he used a lot of paralysis and specs hex from Dragapult. Worked very well. I had a chance to win a couple of those if some of the hacks went my way, but that's the game. So personally, I wanted revenge because I wanted to beat him. I wanted to prove that even though my record's not great, like I can still compete with anyone. And also I have a different team now, so I just wanted to show that just that I've improved and that I'm not just I may be 2-5, but you shouldn't sleep on me. So starting off with game 1, he leads Pult. Brewbonnet, such an amazing lead into his team, except for the Rotom Heat, but I didn't know this at the time. He is a nasty plot overheat set. This thing caused me a lot of issues. It's a great swap in for Zard, and if he forces me out, he gets a free nasty plot. My team's not really appreciating that overheat, and even though Walking Awake would take it, any electric move is going to really hurt. But here I predict that he may Terra Fairy and U-turn or do something like that. So I don't predict the Terra Fairy. I don't Terra. I just go straight up for the crunch. I figured he didn't want to swap in. Because I can take any one hit, even at Dragon Darts, because Brewbonnet is bulky AF. So in comes the Let Me Cook, the little easy bake oven. I go into my Assault Vest Heliolisk. With this much HP in Assault Vest, I can live 2 Specs Dracos or 2 Specs Dragon Pulses from Dragapult. I'm also immune to Thunder Wave and Hex. So this was my anti-Hex sweep mon. But I kind of needed it to take this predicted Volt Switch or Overheat. Out comes the Overheat, does a lot. Instantly, could tell that that's special attack investment for sure. So here, I thought that my Volt Switch was going to be too obvious. He has 2 ground types. But, I mean, good on him. Makes sense to just go Eldegoss anyway. Resist the electric move. It doesn't risk the Grass Knot on either of these. I do have the Grass Knot. I use it. Get some big chip on the Eldegoss. He red cards out. This thing's a pain. He uses the same set every week, and it's so painful to deal with. And that's not me talking crap on Josh. It's a good set, which is why it's annoying. But out comes the Great Tusk. He rapid spins. This thing, as I knew it would, caused me a ton of issues. This thing has great coverage for everything. Has Ice Spinner for Gligar Whimsicott, has Rock Moose for Zard, has Earthquake for my Terra Poison. None of these take an EQ. Has Close Combat for Wake. This thing was such a nightmare to prep for. My semi-bulky Whimsicott should be able to eat this Rapid Spin plus Ice Spinner, and he can kind of tell from the damage that that's the case, but just in case he stays in, I Giga Drain. Out comes the Eldegoss. And so, I'll speed up here because I Tailwind, but we kind of just sit here going back and forth for a bit. He just a Sunspore. Neither of us are swapping out, and we're kind of wasting each other's turns of things. So, yeah. I eventually swap into Brute because it takes Giga Drain. It can't be Stun Spored because I'm a Terrid, and I can threaten it out with Terra Poison, Terra Blast. Cool. I take that. Here, I believe I just crunch because it hits everything, even though Great Tusk can resist it. hold on, let's go back. I'm not sure what I was reading here. I think I was hard reading the Great Tusk, but I should definitely have just crunched there. There's no reason for me to go Whimsicott. So now I'm in a tough spot. Something's got to take an overheat for me. He reveals the nasty plot. I'm like, well, shit. Yep, there's the overheat. Now, here, I really wanted Stack because Stack, like, hard walls Dragapult, especially if he's physical. And so I really didn't want to get this thing. It barely lives this. So I just go into Walking Wake. He makes a good read, goes Discharge. I don't have Gligar, so no Electric Immunity. Because of my Wake set, I do take that. I have 144 HP investment. And I can threaten him out with my Scarf. So out comes Eldegoss. I just drop a Draco because he did not bring Tinkaton, so Dracos are as free as they come. So out comes Eldegoss. Cotton down, has no eject button now. Out comes Wimmy. I defog his screen, and we're back to this again. I go Brute. He goes hard Slowking Galar. I guess expecting me to stay in, and he can threaten that with a poison move. So this thing was essentially max for def, and I have a pretty good chance to just OHKO with Crunch. He lives it, which is unfortunate, but I mean that's huge damage on his main pivot on my special attackers. I'm also not too pressed about the Walking Wake HP, because I outspeed everything except Tusk with a Rapid Spin boost, or I even outspeed one Rapid Spin boost. And I'm not gonna outspeed Pull, so that's life. So he actually stays in, and is faster. He sped crept me, which is weird. Or no, I'm stupid. So I Crunch, he Flamethrowers me. I calced it, Seed Bomb kills at 7.4%, so there's literally no reason for me to not Seed Bomb here. Now this is a defensive Great Tusk, even with the berry proc there, I can just tell. And I mean it was a nice read, but the Grass Berry, I mean dude, hats off to Josh, man. He had some tech that really caused me issues, Grass Berry being one of them, because I had Grass Snot, Giga Drain, and obviously Seed Bomb, so it being able to live one of those and rapid spin up was terrifying. Here I'm in a tough spot. Something's got to come in. Yep, he rapid spins. I don't live an Ice Spinner. I just try to get my Tailwind off. I could have went for the Giga Drain, but I didn't know if he was max speed or not. If he's max speed at +1, he outspeeds me. And here I go into Zardy. I actually would love to go back and watch the VOD. I should have had that prepped. For some reason, I clicked to Mega Evolve. Maybe when I canceled my move, it canceled that too. So yeah, we're locked into Solar Beam on base Zard. Very fun. Yep. Flamethrower behind the light screen. He eats it. And so here, I stayed in. I'm terrified of the sun boosted overheat. Oh, sorry. Tired, took some melatonin. But my Zard set also decently bulky. Hasn't really shown yet, but I have a mix set with enough attack investment to guarantee 2-hit KO, especially defensive Glow King. And then with just 80 special attack, I OHKO non-specially defensive Tusk, Tinkaton, Eldegoss, all of these things still die to a Flamethrower in the sun. So I just wanted to be able to hit the Glow King every time it came in. So out comes this thing. I get some more chip. I go stack. Stack takes the discharge. So I don't protect here because I assumed that was obvious and he was going to go like hard tusk. So he just volt switches into tusk. I get my rocks up, which really doesn't matter. They weren't all that worth because Rotom Heat was boots. Yeah, something's gotta die to this thing. He gets up 2 rapid spins here. And I'm like, okay, yeah. +2 speed, he just outspeeds my entire team. I even type GG's because, like, yep, there's the ice spinner. I get the sun up. I'm like, okay, you know, like, whatever. I'm like, I don't want to reveal which Terra I am. Because you may not know whether I'm Terra Dark or Terra Poison. Poison is better for his Pult, but, like, generally not great for the rest of his team. Tusk hits Dark and Poison, so, you know, whatever. But I choose not to Terra here, mostly just to keep the information. But he headlong rushes Brute Bonnet, dude. Like, swallows that, and then this thing with an attack boost is gone to a Seed Bomb. Out comes that. I fail the sucker. He Giga Drains. I eat it. Crunch. Cool. Out comes the Gastro. Again, I mean, no reason to tear it here, but gonna hide it anyway. Brubonic lives on 1. C-Bomb obliterates that thing. Crit did not matter. I could kill 3 of them. I literally would have won the game here if I had clicked Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch had a, like, 70. Okay, I mean, I guess it's a roll, but it's a roll very much in my favor. Then Pult. Like, it's a 93% chance. So I was stupid. I have Lumberry on this for the paralysis that I knew he would bring. But that doesn't matter. Just click Sucker Punch. The entire time, just click Sucker Punch. Instead, I let him U-turn. If I Sucker Punch there, stack beats both of them, I believe. Maybe not. I mean, Brute gets another kill, regardless. Because Brute's fast, or Brute's faster than this. Kills with Crunch. If he tries to swap this out, it dies to the Crunch. It dies to Sucker Punch. Like, I troll. Just click Sucker Punch there. Don't overthink it. I was like, oh, he's gonna go for the Thunder Wave, but no. Yeah, I trolled. Yeah, so that's game 1. He threw very hard, and then I threw very hard. So game 1 didn't happen. Don't worry about it. Okay, so going into game 2, I was like, okay, so he led Pult. Kind of spooky, but again, Brute Bonnet, like, is a solid lead to anything except this little bastard. And so I'm like, okay, well, he's gonna nasty plot here, but I'm gonna stay in and just try to get my damage off while he nasty plots. So I get some good damage, get the defense drop, swap out into Heliolisk. Heliolisk barely lives that, which is fine. I get my Volt Switch off. I'm faster, which is kind of a pain. He gets his Volt Switch off. So I don't know this at the time, but he is Scarf Pult. But I mean, obviously, since I don't know that, I cannot risk my Wake just dying for free. So I just sack the Heliolisk. He reveals he is Terra Ghost, which is like into a Brute Bonnet. Crazy. Yeah. I get that Terra Fairy sucks against stack slash Escavalier and like Terror Poison Brute, but like at least you have like the mind game chance, right? Like if your Terror goes, there is no reason for me to never just stop spamming Sucker against you, because you will just die in one hit. So Helios goes down. I see that he is a physical Bolt, which, like, dude, stack can sit in front of physical Bolt for 150 rounds. Like, it does not matter. This thing will eat every hit from a physical Bolt. Special Bolt's a little spooky because it can get Flamethrower, but physical Bolt does nothing. Yep, so out comes the Gastro. I thought he would go Great Tusk and start trying to rapid spin up, but I mean, I'm fine with this as well. Soul King, I just Giga Drain, it's fine. So out comes Zard. This fucking crit hurts so bad. So he's got special attack investment. I don't know how much. Actually, I could pull that up for us if we wanted. Yeah, so he's got 112 special attack investment and 76 defense investment. He's like a mixed set. But that special attack investment was, I was trying to figure out how much he had. And so I was sitting here calculating. This turn took a while. I was like, okay, in the sun, like, I should be able to live another Scald unless he crits me again. So do that, Roost up. He Scalds. I take it well. I'm like, okay, bet. Roost up again. He reveals he has Power Gem, which is spooky. So I'm like, fuck. Okay. We're just gonna go Brute on the Power Gem. And he cannot stay in and take this crunch. Like, I know that for a fact. Because this thing has to stay alive for like Zard / Wake. So out comes the Eldegoss. No reason for me to not crunch. Obliterates that thing. There goes the red card, annoying little bastard. Okay, so out comes my Walking Wake, because I'm like, okay, he's gonna rapid spin once. I outspeed him at +1. If he gets +2, it's over. So I have to hard go Wake and risk the close combat. He hasn't revealed yet, he doesn't even have it, but I had to risk it. So out comes Wake, Scarfed. Think this, him letting this die like this was massive for me, because if he just plays with this Tusk and like just plays it so he gets 2 rapid spins, I lose, like straight up. Out comes the Pult. I'm like, okay, your physical Pult every time. Stack eats that. Get my rocks up because I knew he wasn't staying in. Out comes Zard Y because I'm like, I can take a Scald. He Stealth Rocks. Out comes Galar. I read it. This is what the attack investment was for. I knew he was going to go Galar, and I wanted to be able to 2-hit KO it. So I have the EQ tech. Flamethrower kills, so no reason for me to not Flamethrower. The fact that that ability goes off even if it dies to the hit, kind of cringe. So I go Stack here. I unfortunately have to go Stack, even though like Stack Walls Pult, because I need Whimsicott to prankster away these stupid rocks so Zard doesn't just die on entry. But so Stack's having to do the damn thing. Get some lefties recovery. I get some payback for the hacks. He misses Overheat here, which is a big deal for him. I crit back with the Gyro Ball. I live the Overheat at +2. Gyro Ball, get the kill. Okay, out comes Gastro. I'm gonna protect just for some extra lefties, because every little bit of HP matters on that thing. Whimsicott comes out for free against Gastro. Yep, out comes stupid Slow King. I defog. And Whimsicott's done its job, so I just Tailwind. He Scalds. I thought he would Sludge Bomb for sure. Or Flamethrower, that too. And out comes Zard with Tailwind plus Sun. Another crit, doesn't matter, because Solar Beam kills this thing. Okay, out comes his Scarf Pulte. Out comes my boy Stack. If Stack doesn't, I mean, it's not that big of a deal if Stack doesn't live the Dragon Darts, because again, Sucker Punch just guaranteed kills this thing in the sun. Like, it's not even a roll in the sun. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll protect. Maybe he gets some low rolls. It's gonna be really close. And my boy Stack Attack doing the damn thing. Lives on 2%. Garibald has 80% because of how fast Pult is. And I'm like, okay, I'm a-okay with you dying there. I Sucker Punch because I'm not risking it. I outspeed you. You're getting crunched to the moon. And then Sucker Punch. So that's game 2. I think I played the late game pretty well. The Rotom Heat put me in a lot of sticky situations the entire set, but I've been complaining a lot about my late game plays, and I think, at least in game 2, they were a lot better. This didn't happen, but game 2 was solid. I have all 3 of my main threats alive. Okay, and on to game 3, the deciding game. So here I go, I lead Wake because I was like, Rotom Heat leading against me was such a pain in the ass. And I knew he was Scarfed, he wasn't banded, just telling by the damage. So cannot stay my happy ass in here, but Stack Attack walls this thing all damn day. Paralyze me all you want, you just power up my Gyro Ball. Like, another unfortunate crit, for sure. But, like, the thing is like, okay, so he takes one, he's like probably like 70%. I swap in Wake on the predicted Rapid Spin. Even if he doesn't Rapid Spin, I live one of his hits and outspeed, and he dies to a Hydro Steam. Sure, he can swap out the Gastro, stuff like that, but like, I don't think it mattered all that much. So he Headlong Rushes here because he's trying to get rid of the stack and just hit anything on swap in. And then out comes Eldegoss. Again, no reason to not drop a Draco with no Tinkaton around. So he gets his stupid red card out. Here comes the fucking grill. The easy bake oven. I just Hyper Voice for some good damage. It's fine. I Dark Pulse on the off chance that he like wants to go Slowking and preserve this thing's HP. But he Volt Switches, which I sadly live. Was not a fan of that. So Whimsicott, because I know he's choiced, I'm immune to Dragon Darts. I Shadow Ball on the Glow King. Yep, eat the Flamethrower. Stack Attack I put in overtime being my wall this game. Cool, get my rocks up. No reason to not go Brute Bonnie. So, we were talking about it after the match. Josh did not get like a single Scald Burn or Discharge Para the entire set. Which, don't get me wrong, is unfortunate. I have Lumberry on the Brute for the Paralysis or the Burn. Didn't get used, but like, say he burns here, I Lumberry, and then this happens. Sure, he can come in and paralyze me, but like, why didn't I Sucker Punch here? Yeah, not sure. I don't know why. I guess I crunched trying to predict like Eldegoss coming in, but I should just sucker there. I guess like at this point I know that like Brute beats Dragapult every time. So I just need to get rid of Great Tusk, and then like Brute beats everything else. So HP doesn't really matter all that much. I just spam Sucker Punch and I already outspeed Glow-King. He rapid spins the rocks away, sure. Cool. Out comes the stupid freaking. Yep, he headlong rushes. Cool. I get my Tailwind up, he Ice Spinners. And I mean, with Tailwind up, I outspeed Scarf Bolt. So I Depose. I go to Young Stack. Stack eating these heads for breakfast. Big Earthquake. No reason for me to not Gyro Ball, because even though this thing is slow as hell, it should kill. It's gonna nuke this thing, especially with me being paralyzed, and then it does solid to Great Tusk. So there's the Gyro Ball, it kills. I didn't get paired a single time, so I mean, sorry Josh. Salty me is like payback for first set, but that's RNG, so sometimes it's against you, sometimes it's with you, and it was definitely with me today. Yep, outcome stack. Take the Scald, does a lot. EQ, and then like this thing can only like Terra Blast me. Yeah, he crits, which I mean I live if he doesn't crit, but like it does not matter in the slightest. So here I actually go Charizard, because if I I have no Tailwind, so my thought process is if I don't get the fucking if he gets the 6.2% chance roll and lives the Sucker Punch and kills me with Dragon Darts, he outspeeds Wake and Zard, and both of them die to the Dragon Darts. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sack Zard, just to ensure that I kill. So he's locked into Terra Blast, which, you know, so. But I mean, Wake is 31%, so that kills. Zard does live that, and Flamethrower, no longer resisted, does a ton. He gets the kill. But out comes Brute Bonnie, I know he's choiced. Click my funny button, and there we go. Dub number 3 in a row, third on the season. Brute Bonnie is carrying my team. Like this thing, a lot of people, like without Terra, it doesn't have as much success for sure because these fairies would wall it. But I think a lot of people slept on this mon. Even without Terra, if set up correctly, this thing's a demon. Like, you put this thing in the sun, if you've cleared out the fairy counters, right? I mean, this thing is just eating things for breakfast. I love Brute Bonnet. Love this mon. Wake does wake things. Zard Y didn't really get to shine this set too much. I was actually really happy with the set that I prepared because he did bring like especially defensive Slow King. So I was happy with the prep there. Didn't do too much otherwise, but that is what it is. Stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack. He was doing the most this set. Yes, he was a free rapid spin from the Tusk because I could never stay in, but luckily I was able to play around it, and after one spin I could still outspeed with Wake, so it was terrifying, but not the end of the world. Heliolisk did like nothing other than take hits and get sacked, but I'm not upset because if Josh goes for his old strat, which I mean he had Stun Spore and T Wave, so like the option was there. Like Heliolisk is literally here to just hard counter that strat. So, I mean, since he didn't really bring that strat, he brought the T Wave but not the Hex. Like Heliolisk, it was kind of like a 5v6, but I don't know. I'm not upset about it. Wimmy did what I needed it to do. Prankster Defog is kind of fucking crucial for my team, man. These rocks are not fun. Tailwind helped a little bit here and there. Definitely nothing crazy, but like all of my mons that weren't my sweepers, like these three, they pretty much all did what I wanted them to do. Stack set in front of Dragapult. Heliolisk was here to counter the Hex strat. Whimsicott was here to defog and to take a Ice Spinner from Tusk and threaten it out. And they all did that. So, I mean, obviously, Brute Bonnet did what Brute Bonnet has been doing all season. Zard's such a threat. Like, the numbers don't show, but like it requires a lot of prep from the opposing team for Zard Y. And then Wake is Wake. Everyone knows what it does. I think it had a pretty quiet week this week, but getting to drop some free Dracos with no Tinkaton was nice. I think this is my first week playing a team without a fucking fairy. But yeah, GG's to Josh. I think it would do good for both of us if we pretended that game one didn't exist. Because we were playing tennis, just throwing it back and forth to each other. But other than that, man, really good set. Your team is honestly terrifying, but GG's, man.